Hey guys, if I sound out of it today, that's because I am. I have had a wicked cold since Friday, which is why I didn't upload a video for Friday, Saturday. Yesterday was Canadian Thanksgiving, so I was busy then, and today I was shooting up the final scenes for Epidemic Voodoo, and I feel like crap. But, you know, at least today I'm uploading something. See, that last sentence didn't make any sense because I'm making it sound like I didn't upload anything today, but I am. I'm just out of it today. Anyhow, has it been... I guess I need to review 4 movies, don't I? Because yeah. Okay, well, I am going to review some more recent films. These are movies that I think have now come out on DVD. Some of them have, but I saw them in theaters, so I can't really give you too much feedback on the DVD release, but I can give you feedback on the films themselves. First one I'm going to talk about is The Final Destination. Now, this was a reasonably done film. Really, the only thing that's so special about this movie is that it's in 3D. If you were going to see it, there's no point in seeing it any other way than 3D, because really there's nothing that special about it. A lot of the effects were pretty predictable, or... well, not predictable. There was one part that I found predictable, but if you're a horror fan, I guess it'll be predictable for you. If I say some things that don't make sense, again, it's because I feel like crap today. But, yeah. I just didn't really like it that much. It seemed like every bad thing that happened was because someone forgot to screw the lid on something flammable or slippery. And the acting was balls, and really the only thing that sets this apart from the other movies in the dollar bin are that it's in 3D, or is that it's in 3D. So yeah, I don't really recommend it. If you like 3D movies and you want to see it, go ahead. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but I've definitely seen much, much better. Okay. Moving on, I'm going to talk about My Bloody Valentine 3D. Now, this was a movie that I saw a long time ago in theaters, and I didn't do a review of it even just because I was lazy, and even though I would have gotten like a ton of views because it was just coming out. But it's My Bloody Valentine 3D. I thought it was, again, okay. It's your typical slasher film. But again, the only really interesting thing about it was that it was shot in 3D. The 3D effects were really well done, but I just wish they'd used a little less CGI, because some of it was really obvious. The plot really wasn't that interesting. If you see, it's just some guy going around killing people on Valentine's Day, and again, some of these movies I just didn't like that much, or you don't really need to know too much about the plot to get an idea of whether they're good or bad, or whether you should see them or not. Hope that made sense. This is one of the ones that I did see when it came out on DVD. I rented it with a 3D version. The 3D does not work when you get it home. So unless you were lucky enough to see it in theaters, there's really no point in buying it and bringing it home, because you've already seen the best of it, because there's ghosting like hell, and it's just terrible. I'm looking for a movie to actually scare me. If anyone has any ideas for actually scary movies that aren't really conventional, post a comment down there. But yeah, My Bloody Valentine, it was okay, but not really worth buying unless you've already spent the money on the DVD release, or on the theater ticket, or if you already saw it in theaters. If you really want to see it, rent it like I did, because if I had bought that, I'd be really pissed off that I wasted that money. The next one I'm going to talk about is Drag Me to Hell, the new Sam Raimi horror movie. Again, I saw this a while ago, so I don't remember too much about the plot, but it has something to do with this woman who works at a bank, and this old gypsy woman comes in asking her for another loan on her house, and she is denied the loan, so she puts a curse on the person working at the bank, and, well, you can pretty much see what goes... well, you can sort of guess what happens from there. Again, if I haven't explained this in detail, that's because I'm feeling like crap. Just go watch the trailer or something, Drag Me to Hell. But, man, this is bad. No, not the movie. Like, just the fact that I'm totally out of it. God, I shouldn't even be uploading this. But I have to. So, Drag Me to Hell. I loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic, amazing, everyone needs to go see it. The only problem I have is that there was a bunch of CGI clips that looked just awful. And really, there was no other way they could do these scenes unless they were done in CGI. So I really can't complain that much, but it was pretty bad. The effects were pretty bad, but if it weren't for those effects, I would have loved this movie. And it's not so much an extreme gore film as it is just these moments of ickiness. So, yeah. It's, like, I don't know about you, I don't really squirm when I see, like, huge things. I squirm when I see little things, like an old lady drooling in your mouth. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Okay, the last one I'm going to talk about is The Orphan. This was another fantastic movie, and I urge all of you to go see it when it comes out on DVD. In fact, I'm not sure if it's already come out on DVD, and if it has, you have to go rent it or buy it. Actually, buy this one, because it's really good. It's one of the few good modern horror films, in my opinion. So, it's pretty much just this girl named Esther, who lives at an orphanage, and this couple, I guess they're married, obviously they're married, they adopt her, and you soon find out that things aren't quite what they seem, and she's a little messed up, and you will not see the ending coming. But when it does, you'll be just like, oh, everything made sense. And may I just say that it has the most satisfying ending of all time. Well, not of all time, but it's got an incredibly satisfying ending. And I know one of my friends doesn't agree with me on that. Cassandra, if you're out there, it was a satisfying ending, and you know it. There you go. Anyhow, I am gonna go do something else. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. And I hope I don't have swine flu.